Hi, and welcome to another narrative presented by yours truly, Cryptids Roost. If you enjoy this and the other stories, please be so kind as to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. This will help with the YouTube's algorithm and will promote the channel more. Now, even though I'm not yet monetized by YouTube, I have created some awesome merch for you guys. So please be so kind as to visit www.redbubble.com/people/cryptids-roost and grab yourself a t-shirt, mug, wall clock, duvet cover, or whatever else grabs your fancy. The link will be in the description. Also, if you would like an honourable mention, take a snapshot of yourself along with your merch and I'll feature it in one of the videos. Oh, and thank you all for helping us reach the first milestone of 100 subscribers. The next milestone is 500. I'm sure we can do it. Oh, and don't forget to leave a comment on the videos. Maybe tell us how you would handle the upcoming situations. So grab your coffee, sit back and enjoy the show. A Guide from a Monster Hunter, Part 6. This brilliant series is written by Reddit user SoLonely200. Hi there. Ulysses here, and this will be the final volume of my guide. I've taught you all how to deal with things from the Men in Black, to nuclear mutants, to Wendigos, to vampires. But today in our final lesson, I will teach you how to deal with the most dangerous of them all. This monster knows no mercy, for all of its kind or its prey. Dozens have fallen to them. This monster, of course, is the one we call man. See, while all these things kill man, they do what just comes natural to them. We are the ones hunting them to near extinction. So today, we learn how to best man. But first, a story. After the nuclear vampire incident, that would make a great band name, side note, I was put on leave, as was Vladimir. The bosses didn't like the idea of radiated, mutated killing machines in the Nevada desert. So they sent in a death squad to clean up the mess. That's when it dawned on me. See, these things were not pleasant, sure, but we made them that way. They were just defending themselves. We made them mutants. Did I ever actually tell you I had a partner? Dude was a vet of this business. Went by the name of Helsing. Went missing not too long ago. Investigated some cursed channel or something. Not important. I'm rambling, aren't I? Back to the story. After the job in the desert, I started having dreams. Vivid ones. A voice from a pit speaking to me, and disfigured men. Looked like they were fused together. One of them, who wasn't fused to anyone else, had a really fucked up back. The rest seemed to be gathered around him. "Find me," he spoke, then kicked me into the pit. I didn't die though. Instead, I found myself face to face with something. It stood like a man, but its face was a mass of writhing vines and thorns. It took a branch-like finger and, grabbing my arm, carved coordinates into my arm. It spoke like 1,000 voices at once. "Find us." It was then I woke up, my knife in my hand. I felt a stinging on my arm and saw the numbers. I won't give them away, but something told me I should go. "Not a good idea," a familiar tone said, as I got in the truck to drive to the coordinates using that Google thing. A teenage boy with long black hair, a horribly scarred left hand with a snake tattoo on the same arm, and fiery red eyes from the driver's seat. "Let me guess, one of yours?" I said, looking at the devil beside me. "No, actually, Dad and I don't know what the hell it is, to be honest, but trust me, you don't want to go to those coordinates. You won't come back." I raised an eyebrow and said, "Oh, fuck off. You're literally the Prince of Lies." He sighed and with a puff of smoke vanished. When I arrived at the coordinates, I found a hatch. Nothing fancy, just a hatch. It was padlocked shut, but a few hits with a sledgehammer fixed that. Climbing down the hole, which had a ladder inside, I noticed old blood covering it, not to mention body parts. A faint moaning from below. I heard that hatch swing shut. I climbed back up but couldn't open it. The thing couldn't be from the inside. Shining my flashlight around as I hit the bottom of the ladder, the first thing I noticed was the smell of death. Rotting bloody flesh, like something had been dead for a while. The halls around me stretched on for miles, it seemed. The faint hum of dying fluorescent lights filled the air. I wandered down a series of hallways for a bit with no real destination. I stopped when I saw a room full of medical equipment. Experiment Chamber Number 1, a sign next to it said. I walked in and shined my light around the dimly lit room. Papers and blood were scattered about. A blood-splattered clipboard on the table caught my eye. Project Lovecraft? I questioned, reading it. Some kind of government experiment? Maybe. I threw it down and heard something behind me. A starving man in a lab coat came out of a nearby cabinet swinging a fire axe. "Whoa, easy there, Doc," I yelled, jumping as he swung his axe into the table beside me. Who are you? How did you get down here?" Before I could respond, he cut me off. "We need to leave this place, now, before they find us." "They? The 89A?" He began to shove me along, but I easily stopped that since he looked like he hadn't ate in days. "What the fuck are you talking about?" "Okay, just trust me, you don't want to find out." Just then a hand scuttled in. He froze, and yes, I said a hand. "Don't move. That one can't see us," he whispered, but I ignored it. I grabbed the axe and split the fucker between the fingers. Didn't need to know what it was to know that thing wasn't natural. Kept moving though. The gash quickly healed, and it grew. An eye in the wound? Shit! The crazy fucker in the lab coat panicked. I heard an inhuman scream from somewhere nearby. That was the last thing I remembered. I woke up being dragged by two things. They looked like at one time they were human, but now they were all wrong. They were writhing masses of limbs, eyes and teeth. They threw me in a room with others, people who weren't dead but were very sick. Rashes were spreading, and I quickly looked around for my phone. Had to keep you guys updated with this stuff. If nothing else, I could help figure out how to kill these things. Maybe another hunter would stop them. After I asked around, I pieced together what had happened down here. Most of them had been brought here by something telling them to come. But the ones who were here before, all hell broke loose. They told me a lot. This was a government bunker. Those things were man-made. They had been running some kind of experiment to make super soldiers. One got out, and well, that's how they got here. They turned others through bites, like zombies, but also merged with each other. They were bulletproof, fast as hell, and had regenerative abilities. The hand I saw was a scout for them. They had been hunting for anyone who came down here. "What can we do then?" I finally asked. "Wait to be eaten or turned?" an infected scientist mumbled. "Why haven't they bitten me then?" I asked him, and he looked up surprised. "They haven't?" "I can help," a voice said from the corner. From the burnt hands and snake tattoo I knew who it was, but didn't acknowledge his true identity. His name tag read L. Cypher. "Well," I said, "I can blow this place to home and back." "What does that even mean?" one of the infected said, and I replied, "Don't ask, but no, we need to get these people out of here." "Can't be done. Broken Man won't let us," another mumbled. "Broken Man?" a scientist laughed. "The escaped subject, patient fucking zero. He controls the rest. Found the notes of our head researchers before he fully turned." I sighed and made a decision. Counting my bullets, 12 in total, I cocked my gun and sighed. "I have an idea." With that, I walked around the room and executed all the infected. They were too weak to do anything but watch on, honestly. I had 2 bullets left. A man-made monster. I turned to Cypher, whose body, despite having a bullet in the frame, was still fully conscious. but the devil would do that. I told you not to come here. Shut up and tell me where this broken man is. After receiving instructions from him, I heard the door unlock as he snapped his fingers. Might want to leave quick. These guys won't stay dead. I nodded. I made my way down the maze of labs, hallways and blood-soaked bunk areas. I avoided the fleshy fucks and noticed less wall and more flesh as I approached the den of the broken man. Then I heard it, the crying of a baby. On cue, the crier descended from above me but stopped. It turned its head and a normal human man approached it, but something was off. The dude had a nasty case of scoliosis, it looked like. He patted its head and spoke to it in an unknown language. I didn't hesitate to put a bullet between his eyes, but he didn't flinch. He instead cocked his head and spoke again in that language. He grabbed me by the neck, nearly crushing my windpipe. He threw me to the wall as hands clasped out from inside of it, holding me down. I could feel them biting me. Yes, the hands were biting me, and he, wearing a smile, approached me. Why must the chosen always fight back? He said something again in the language, and they let me go. Before I could do anything else, I passed out. I'm in an unknown part of the facility. There's a rash spreading, and I know I'm dying. I'm posting this to say goodbye, and to say fuck humanity, and also tell the devil if you see him, he owes me $12. He'll know. I have my gun to my temple. My final lesson is that to kill man, it's simple. Just stop them from being human. This is Ulysses, for the last time, signing off. Wow, what an epic episode. If you enjoyed listening to this narrative, be sure to pop over to the author's Reddit profile, SoLonely200, and drop them a line or even give them a glowing review. The link to their Reddit profile will be below in the description. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed my narration, then please feel free to like and share the video, leave a comment below, maybe tell us how you would handle these situations, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time I upload a new video. Even though I am not yet monetized by YouTube, I have created some awesome merch for you guys. So please be so kind as to visit www.redbubble.com/people/cryptids-roost and grab yourself a t-shirt, mug, wall clock, or even a duvet cover, or whatever else grabs your fancy. The link is in the description. If you would like to have an honourable mention, take a snapshot of yourself with your item and I'll feature it in one of the videos. Have you had a cryptid sighting, paranormal or supernatural encounter, or even had a creepy or terrifying situation you would like to share? Or have you written a CreepyPasta story you would like me to narrate for you? You can submit your stories to cryptidsroost@gmail.com, and if you wish to remain anonymous, that's fine with me. Now, I also have a Twitter, Reddit, Discord, and a Facebook group. And if you would like to support this channel and help make it grow, my PayPal is paypal.me/Cryptids Roost. Again, that will also be below. And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is not.